All right, guys. Final topic. Once again, we look to the audience. We tweet out every day that we record this. We're like, guys, what do you want us to talk about? And then you let us know. Just like Arcade Lion did. And he asks, what game series need to end? I look to you, Colin.
God of War.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
No.
It's time for Ratchet and Clank to go away. They've overstayed their welcome. Now they don't matter anymore. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I want them to come back. And they are.
You want them to come back. Mm-hmm. They never left, Tim.
No,
you can't miss something that never left.
I think, but they're a perfect example of I wish that they left a long time ago and then we're coming back now. But I don't want the series to end.
For all intents and purposes, they did leave. You know, after a cracking time, there was not a real Ratchet game since then.
All the other ones were just like nobody cared.
Nobody cared. They kept coming.
I don't even think Ratchet or Clank cared.
No, they didn't care. They did not care about All for One.
Mm-mm.
They were smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
They weren't even keeping up the facade when they played. Like, things are coming.
I mean, what comes to my mind is Call of Duty, not because I don't like those games, but because I would love to see what they like, the hype they could build, and the heights they could achieve if they just fucking stopped.
Go the Grand Theft Auto model.
Yeah, exactly. It's not to say that like they're all, you know, Infinity Ward and Raven and all these guys are working on the game. It's not to say that like the same studio is making these games. Sledgehammer's game will not be the new Call of Duty for 3 years. Mm-hmm. But what is the power of Call of Duty? And could they learn something by the way Rockstar treats Grand Theft Auto, for instance, which is with a lot of respect, or the way Bethesda treats Fallout or the Elder Scrolls, which is with a lot of respect. There are games like that I wish that people would just, or series like that where I'm like, I wish they would just back off, because you're kind of like, I defend Call of Duty all the time because I think they're fun. But it's like you're doing damage to these franchises, even if you're making money on them, by just not leaving them alone. And look at what you could do. Look at how much money Rockstar made and how much profit they made by just not regurgitating Grand Theft Auto. They can make a Grand Theft Auto game every fucking year. They can pay anyone. There's studios that would be desperate to make a fucking Grand Theft Auto game. And they kind of did it during the PS2 era. But they didn't reach their true financial heights until 4. And that was because people had been waiting for so long. Mm-hmm. And then again, even more now with 5. So
they were hungry.
They were hungry. No one's hungry for fucking Call of Duty. Like you might be anxious to play. You might want to play the new one, but no one's hungry for Call of Duty because they won't make you hungry for it.
See, what's interesting to me about this question is that, you know, we kind of take it as, I think all of us instinctually take it as like, oh, what series do we want to end now so they can come back later?
Yeah.
But like, what if it was just to end? No more in the future. Because, like, yeah, I would love Pokemon to end now and then finally come back in, like, 5 years as, like,
an MMO.
Rebooted. This feels
MMORPG.
Something new. And so
I
feel
can't believe
fresh.
they haven't done that yet.
Oh, I know, right? But what series do we just want to end? And now, I feel like that's unfair to say to a bunch of shit. Because, like, I feel like then we can just throw a bunch of stuff out there that we're never going to play. To make it a little more interesting, what's a game that we would have one more game of and then end it? So they get at least one more chance to, like, wrap things up.
Uncharted.
You're gonna get that.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it looks like Uncharted 4 is that, or at least Nathan's story. But does that mean then there is somebody new, or we're doing something different, or, you know, there's going to be prequels, or I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But like, I would like to see them give an end to that and be done with it.
That's good.
I would like them to be done with Final Fantasy.
I was about to say Final Fantasy. How interesting would it be if Final Fantasy 15 was the Final Fantasy?
That would be depressing because I wouldn't want it to end looking like that. Even if the game, even if the game is great, and I don't know. We talked about the demo, and there were some positives and some negatives, and I'm open minded. I have no expectations. I don't want it to end like that.
Okay, what about 16 then?
Not like this.
Not knowing what 16 is, but
16, if it was a high fantasy, fucking class based, wide open, beautiful game, hell yeah, that would be an awesome. Like, end it the way it started. You know, almost make a Final Fantasy game like the original one that was not so dependent on story, that had like kind of a shallow story that was all about character customization and exploration and battling monsters. Just make it something simple and make it so it's a loop. So the last one goes back to the first one. But you know, that's a cash cow. I mean, that's unrealistic. But it would be cool for them to do that.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Halo should end soon, to be honest. The story, like, we've had Master Chief. He was the only one. You know, he's protected the Earth so many times. Now there's other Spartans. Now there's Spartans fighting Spartans. Kind of feel like his story should kind of come to an end. Yeah.
But I mean, besides story, just like gameplay wise, would you be okay never having another Halo?
343 can make another game, or Bungie did make another game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they could make another game, right? They could.
Well, think about how obsessed you are with Destiny.
Yeah.
And that was because Bungie walked away from Halo. You know,
Yep.
like, so it's not like they're not going to make. It's not that they're not capable of making a great game. Clearly, they are.
Say 2 more, wrap up Master Chief's story, right, and then or finish it off this trilogy, and then make another.
Finish the fight again.
Finish the fight again.
Fight for final times
Yeah,
now.
I get that.
But I'm on this weird thing where I'm just like, I want more stories to continue because I just played The Last of Us. I just ran through all the Uncharted, so I'm just like, I want more of these franchises.
So the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm surprised Greg didn't say The Last of Us.
Yeah. Is it a franchise yet at this point? Do you think?
I
Can
don't
we
know.
count it?
That's comic
I
books.
mean, I would like it not to go. I would like them to leave that alone.
They're
But
not
then
going
again, I trust them. Whatever Neil wants to do.
I would,
Metal Gear. Stop making Metal Gears.
just recently playing The Last of Us, I feel like it'd be cool if they just started a new storyline, different characters,
Different people.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Just surviving?
I mean, maybe the other side of, I don't know. I don't want to get into spoilers, but like the whole infection stuff, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like Ellie and Joel's story was really well told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want more Metal Gear.
You want more?
Yes.
After
I
5?
want more Snake.
Well, here, what if
He's
it's
so
all? What
beat
if it's
up,
all
he's-
true though, and Kojima's gone? Hideo Kojima is gone. You want more Metal Gear from Konami? Under
You
no
bring up some
circumstance
good
do you
points
want
here.
that.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to get it. They got nothing else. You're going to get it.
All right. Space Time Dave wants to know, can Destiny's DLC be a success without a raid? Have they cheated the season pass holders?
We were cheated.
Well, someone did tweet at me a picture of House of Wolves, and it says brand new raid. So, and that was like back in the day.
That was like their marketing materials.
Yeah.
Okay.
So back in the day. So yeah, that makes me feel cheated. I love the raid. There's just so many feelings with this. I love the raid. Honestly, I don't. Initially, my thoughts are, the dark below. It was a very expensive DLC. Do I feel like it was the only reason you can maybe justify that DLC was because of the raid? Now there's no raid in this one. I kind of feel cheated out of that, like 100%. But I have to reserve my judgment in a way because, like, they could turn everything around with the whole arena thing, right? Like, they could have the dynamics that they had in the raid implemented into the arena, and like, who doesn't want? I said this to Greg already, but who doesn't like a horde mode style game type?
Yeah.
And I mean, even for me, it's harder to get people to be like, to get 6 people together and be like, hey, you want to run this raid, this game in Destiny, which like a lot of my friends are just don't care about Destiny anymore, right? It's the arena's 3 players. It's easier to get people together, right? You could have that reward system. But a lot of people are mad because when you really look at Destiny, I feel like a lot of the reasons why it kept going and it is still somewhat popular now, it's really falling off, was because of the raids, right? There's this big, huge thing where it's like, oh, check this out. Like, here's this thing that we implemented into an FPS game that isn't really, it's kind of brand new, right? But
People will get it though. Destiny people are craving new content.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like I think they'll be fine because the question was, right, is it a huge holdup? What was the exact wording in the question? Not the part
Could
of
it be a success?
Yeah, it'll
without
still be
a
a
raid?
success.
It
It'll
could
still
be a success
yeah.
if they do the arena right.
Mhm.
But you're gonna have to get it into a lot of people's like laps, right? You got to show them, be like, look, the arena, it's like 3 players, and there's raid like type things in there, and you can play.
Colin, we got 4
Yes.
minutes until 4.
Yeah.
I know
think
that you
gotta
have some real life shit going on. Are you leaving right in 4 minutes?
go. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to look through questions that are directed at you.
Playoffs.
Matt BW93 asks, why won't Colin play Bayonetta or Wonderful 101?
No interest really in playing them. I'm not typically an arcadey. Well, for Bayonetta, I should say, I'm not really typically into arcadey games. So when Bayonetta came to PS3 and Xbox 360, I just didn't care. There's some examples of that not necessarily being true with the old Ninja Gaiden games, not the old Ninja Gaiden games, with the Xbox ones. But I don't really have. There's not a huge appeal for third-person arcade action games for me. So like, it's just, that's not what I'm going to gravitate towards unless there's something super unique about it. And I don't really feel like there is just on the outset. The reason I started playing a game like Vanquish, which is more like a third person kind of shooter, is because it was fucking cool and it looked interesting and I wanted to play it. But I can play God of War or something like that if I wanted to play a game like that, and I fucking hate God of War. So it's like, why would I play that particular game? So with Wonderful 101, I just didn't think the game looked interesting or good. So it's really just not for me. That's why I didn't play them.
So I'm really excited for your answer to this one. At 8-Bit Abs asks,
Yeah.
would you rather Shovel Knight 2, which is an NES style sequel that's slightly different than the core one,
Right.
or Super Shovel Knight, which is a 16-bit sequel?
Oh, I'd rather them stay with the 8-bit. But I do think that their vision might be to do something more like Super Nintendo, and then evolve it from there. No, I think that they
Think we're going to get Shovel Knight 64 at some point?
maybe. I think you're gonna get a Shovel Knight sequel. I think that's obvious. What they'll do with it remains to be seen. They're a small team, and I think that they worked really hard on kind of that engine and getting that pixel graphic look really right and nailed it. And I think they'd be really foolish to abandon it. I think they know that. So I think we'll get another Shovel Knight probably in another year and a half.
Would you rather a straight sequel?
Yeah,
like a
an
Mario
8-bit
3
sequel.
style sequel or a Mario 2 style sequel?
Mario 3 style sequel. I mean, Shovel Knight's still Mario 3 already. I like 6. Some of my favorite games are 6 games that are basically the same because they're so fucking good. And Shovel Knight is a game that's like that. They're easier than I don't think they're as good as Mega Man, but another 8-bit Shovel Knight game with just 8 new enemies and a new world to explore and fight and play and some new puzzles and stuff. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. Yeah.
All right, Kevin White 24. This will be the last question for Colin.
Racist.
He wants to know, will Colin play Metal Gear Solid 5, and does he think it could rekindle his love for the series?
Yeah, I'll definitely play it. I'm most excited about the open world element to it. But my love of the series has been dormant for a long time. MGS and MGS2 are fantastic games. They always will be. But I think that series should have ended a long time ago. And I don't. They're kind of running it into the ground at this point. I don't even want to play for the story. I don't even fucking know what it's about at this point. I want to just play it because I think it looks fun, and I think Kojima, especially if this is a swan song, be something special with this game. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it when it comes out, and we'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you so
I'm
much,
sorry, I have to
Colin.
disappear.
Bye.
Yeah.
Go Islanders.
luck.
Go Islanders. Fuck the Rangers, right? That's the thing.
No,
Yeah.
Capitals is who we're
Fuck the
saying.
Capitals.
this round, but yeah, fuck the Rangers.
Fuck the Rangers. All right, guys. Back to us. Let's look at this. What do I got for y'all? At Heath Schmidt wants to know, talk about how awesome Mortal Kombat X is.
Fredo?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. No, the fatalities are fucking brutal. It's sick. And I don't usually play fighting games, but I don't know. Mortal Kombat is one of those things where I think it really gears itself towards people who don't play fighting games, right? Like you play.
There's a spectacle to it.
Yeah, exactly. The brutalities and the fatalities and all that kind of stuff. But
Earlier, I saw a guy's balls explode.
yeah, you know what I
Holy
mean.
shit.
And I don't know. I think Mortal Kombat X is really cool. I think it plays well. I mean, I played through the campaign yesterday. It's a Mortal Kombat campaign.
Is Liu Kang back? Is he
And
not dead?
He's.
I don't care about spoilers. Spoil
Oh.
the fuck out of this, please.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, he's dead, but he's Quan Chi brings him back.
Got it.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
That's Quan Chi does.
yeah.
One of my
exactly.
favorite things ever. I remember me and Curran back in the day rented Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And the intro cinematic starts off and Liu Kang just straight dies. And
Yeah,
then the announcer's, Liu Kang is dead. It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, no, the game is just fun to play. It's a fun fighting game. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to the story, though, I mean, Liu Kang, I remember used to be like, oh, Liu Kang is such a cool character, and he did bicycle kicks and shit. But he's such a basic bitch now. He's just so compared to everyone else. He's just so basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it's
Ordering Starbucks and stuff.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Wearing his Ugg boots.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
God damn it,
it's
Liu
a
Kang.
fun game to watch. It's a fun game to play. And for people who I know, a lot of people are just like, oh my god, I don't play fighting games, but I want to play Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's fun to get into, and you could buy easy fatalities.
Oh, how do you feel about that though?
A lot of people are against it, but as long as it's not pay to win,
Yeah.
you're not
Well, I heard
buying easy combos that you can use in the middle of the game.
Right.
That's just
So what are you doing?
it's just well,
Rather than have to go through the whole convoluted combo system.
Yeah,
they
so
have to
instead of
memorize,
being
it's just
like-
2 buttons.
back, down, forward, up, X, right? For the fatality, you just you hold, I guess on Xbox, you hold the right trigger and then press one button for one fatality and another button for the second fatality.
And you have to pay for this on top of the game.
It's $5 for all 30.
You get 30 tokens that you can use. Correct me, right?
Is it 30 tokens?
I thought so, yeah. I think it's token based.
Oh wow, if it's token based, then yeah. But I mean,
well, now let's double check that so we
Yeah,
understand.
we'll double check
it's token based, and then the other thing about it is that you can get them through playing. You earn the tokens while you're playing through the challenge.
That you
but
can
I
definitely
heard
do.
The rumor is that they dialed down the frequency of like what they're giving out after like reviewers played it, saw how it worked, and then they dialed back. And this is what I heard on Total Biscuit podcast that I was on from him is that they dialed back the amount they're giving out of tokens to kind of encourage you to go do it.
That I don't agree with.
Yeah, right.
But
But
for
that's pay to win.
yeah,
That's like
'cause-
screwing up.
Yeah, but if you're taking that out of the picture, right, and it's just like, if it's like, well, dude, I mean, like I suck at button fatalities. Actually, I can do them in MKX, but I don't think it's not like easy combos in the middle of a match.
Yeah.
If the match is done, it's just you want the flashy finish.
Yeah, exactly. But I just don't.
I mean,
I don't
people
like the
freaked
idea of
out.
having to pay for that on top of the game.
You don't have to.
If you
pay
can
for
buy it with
You
in-game
just-
currency, that's totally cool. But if they're doing some bullshit where it's like they're making it really hard to buy it with in-game currency to the point, like going back to Pokemon when you first can buy the bike and it's like $10 million, no one
What's wrong?
actually is ever going to do that.
It should be on the table out there.
Colin is upset. He does not know where the remote is.
I
don't know.
left all
It's
the
just-
remotes on the table.
Where it's like the game is designed for you to. There's no way for you to have that much money to actually buy it. You have to wait until you get the free bike voucher or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like this shit where they're like, you could get it with in-game.
Yeah,
currency.
$1 gets you 5 easy fatalities. $5 gets you 30. And I
Yeah.
believe they're just tokens though. They're not. It's not like you're
Yeah,
unlocking
yeah,
it for the rest
yeah.
of the thing.
That should be a constant. Like, yeah, it would have been a lot better if it was $5 for all easy fatalities.
Whoa, hold on. You're paying $5
Kevin, go
for
help
like
him
one
find
time
the
use
thing.
shit.
Yeah, that I agree with less.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. It's a token you're spending once. Like you go into a match and you spend the token before.
I thought you meant like tokens or things that you can get in game and then buy stuff with.
Well, I think you got to look at it two ways, right? One, is it worth it? No. Two, is it game breaking? No.
That's true.
I don't think like I said, like it's not easy combo like pay to win stuff.
Yeah, like it's not pay to win.
It's not
just
paid
not
to
nice.
win. It's just it's dirty, but it's not pay to win.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with Evolve. People freaked out with Evolve DLC when it's like it's just skins.
Yeah.
If you want your fatalities, you just learn how to use the fatalities.
Yeah, like you don't have to buy this. Like just it's not like oh, third fatality is gonna be an extra $2. That would be bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
It's very dirty.
this isn't
like,
okay. That's my whole thing. Is it's like it's not bad, but it's not okay.
Yeah, it's a very yeah. I agree with that.
All right. At DJJB85. First off, I like you. You're a cool dude, I'm sure. But why do people have Twitter names that are just like typos? There's so many of them sometimes. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm writing this down.
Because nobody thinks it through in terms of like they're gonna have to share that or somebody's gonna need to read that or whatever. It's just their stupid Twitter to follow their friends or whatever.
There's a
Follow
lot of
stupid internet
pressure
personalities.
behind creating a username.
I
Okay,
get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to downplay
At Mizzou, I once
your pressures,
like they
DJJB7.
give you like your initials and then random numbers after it, and then like I signed up for my first YouTube channel with that. Like I didn't think anything. I was just like, oh, that means something to me or whatever. I never thought somebody else trying to find that.
What do you guys think about Deus Ex: Mankind Divided? You guys
Whatever.
excited? Lukewarm? Indifferent?
I didn't like the last Deus Ex. I
Yeah.
tried to get into it, and I was just like, nah, this is not for me.
It's one of those games that Scarpino was all about.
Yeah,
That's one of the
a lot
Nick
of people
games.
loved it. A lot of people loved it, but for me, I jumped in there and like the battery to do moves and stuff. I was just like,
Yep.
no, this isn't. And people are like, oh, it's stealthy though, and I'm like, well, fine, but make it stealthy. Don't make me like feel like I'm a very
Overpowered.
fucking underpowered cyborg.
Yeah.
Got a fucking Duracell in the back of my head that I can't. It's like, no, it broke it for me. I didn't want to do
Yeah.
that.
It's like, come on, use Energizer.
Yeah, come on.
That's a fucking joke. Never use Energizer. We're Duracell people here. But I did like the bunny. I'll
Yeah,
always
Bunny was
give the
awesome.
credit
Bunny
to
was
the
a good
bunny.
commercial. You didn't
Yeah.
get a shout out in the last video about commercials.
yeah,
you should've.
that game never stuck with me.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I'll wait to see when it comes out.
We got some call-in questions about Star Ocean because I don't think you guys have anything to add about that. I'll save those for next week. Okay, let's do one more question. Let's
The
find
final
a good
question.
One. Find a good one.
The final
Do
question.
you think there should be a Left 4 Dead 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes, there
Yes.
should be. Are you kidding me? A next gen or current gen Left 4 Dead? Yes. 1,000 times yes.
And you think it'll work better than Evolve?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
because
Zombies are hot.
Yeah,
Zombies are hot.
people
and
love that
You
franchise.
sound like Kevin right now.
Fuck you, Tim.
Zombies are super hot. Everybody loves shooting zombies. And the problem with the the reason Left 4 Dead works over Evolve is that it's so easy to wrap your head around.
Yep.
Everybody go shoot zombies with your friends. Got it. Evolve. Everybody go hunt your friend. By the way, each one of your character classes has some very specific things we need to learn. Please sit down. We have a video tutorial for you. All right. So you're gonna be the medic. Oh my God. I have an hour and a half to play with my friends. I don't feel like doing this. Now, there's a lot of games that work awesome like that. League, where there's strategies, and there's this, and there's that. And okay, obviously Team Fortress. Like, okay, I understand class-based things and da-da-da. Class-based things, not every one of them blows up. Not everyone needs to be on the mainstream console that's getting everybody everything, right? Left 4 Dead worked because it was like,
Just
go
so
fucking
simple.
shoot shit with your friends. I got 2 Uzis. Great, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just, you didn't need, like, Evolve needs a group of 4 skilled hunters, right? Who work together, like, very closely, and you don't need that with Left 4 Dead. And Left 4 Dead always gave me that, like, the thing I always wanted, which was just to unload bullets into a horde of zombies, right? You always watch zombie movies, and you're just like, I just wish I could just unload a bunch of, like, weapons into these zombies, and they allowed you to do that.
It had that intensity to it of like, there's too many zombies for us to kill everything. We need to move.
gotta
We
keep
need to do this.
moving,
Get to the
like-
safe room. Oh God, he didn't shut the door. Da, da. Like that was always awesome stuff.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and yeah.
Well, I think it's the thing with your friends too. Like I remember before that game came out, when it was first being talked about, I was like, "Holy shit, we get to 4 of us together do this and have fun, all doing the zombie thing. That sounds great." And like, you don't need to have the skill levels and stuff. But it's just shocking to hear you say this because, like Alfredo, you're such a team-based, skill-based. Like you do have those friends that want to like each do a specific role and work as a team and do all this stuff. Like, why aren't you that way about this game?
With Evolve?
No, with Left 4 Dead.
Oh, because sometimes it's just fun to just shoot shit.
There's no better way to end this. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the first and last ever episode 16 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. I didn't give the rigmarole in the beginning, but I'm sure you guys know by now that you can get this show early at Kind of Funny Games Patreon over at patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. Yeah, I saved it.
cover.
I saved it.
Smooth
Whatever.
cover.
And then if not, you can get it for free over on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames the next week, topic by topic, Monday through Thursday, full episode on Friday. And you can also get that audio, that sweet audio over on iTunes and a bunch of other podcast sites. And then you'll probably have issues with it, and tweet at me, letting me know all your personal issues. Thank you for that. It really does help. I'm not being sarcastic. I need to know if there's holes in the system that we have.
Tim's got to plug
Getting
them.
double ups on your uploads and shit.
Getting them
Some
double
people getting that. Are you
uploads.
not seeing the episodes? Let me know. And let me know. Screenshot it and let me know exactly what's wrong. Thank you. Until next week, I freaking love you. All right. Y'all ready?
For this.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my God.